Hello, how are you? Welcome to Yoga with Sheena. I am Sheena Dressel with Evolved Being. So this is episode 3 in a series of yoga for healing. It is an all levels class. So if you're out there and you're kind of sketchy about if you want to try yoga, if you haven't done it before, this is a good class for you. But it's also great for people that have already been practicing, that are looking to tap into their practice a little bit deeper, and more importantly, their body a little bit deeper. So that's what we're doing here today, is we're cultivating healing. We're finding the places in ourselves that have blockages to release those blockages so that we can connect deeper to source and then heal ourselves. And when we heal ourselves, we'll heal everyone around us. And I think it's a great time to really talk about healing. With the current state that we're in as a world, I think it's so important to learn how to heal ourselves, how to cultivate healing within ourselves, how about vibrate healing, inspire healing, and keep the immune system up and strong, okay? So we are gonna get started. If you're at home, if you're kind of newer to yoga, you don't have to have a mat. In fact, I prefer this softer carpet. I think it's wonderful. You don't have to have a block, but it's nice to have, especially if you're newer to the practice. I use pillows. I think pillows are great. Kind of the heavier, denser pillows are better. Rolled up blankets work really well too. Anything that can form these shapes. Yeah. Please be careful with yourself. In all of my tutorials, I am promoting healing. So we shouldn't be in any specific pain. We shouldn't be re-injuring ourselves in any ways. It's all about the opposite of that. Creating healing, finding ways to relieve ourselves of pain. There are places where we work with our edges where it's a little bit harder. We might hold postures for long. That's not always easy and comfortable, but there's a difference between that and actual pain. So be mindful with yourself. Use precautions. Don't be on a hard surface, use soft surfaces, use extra padding for knees as needed, and so on and so forth, okay? Let's get started, yeah. Go ahead and start seated. We're gonna close our eyes. And we're just gonna start by coming to the breath. What does the breath already feel like? Are your inhales long? Are your exhales long? Is your breath short? Is it hard to breathe? Have you spent some time breathing today or noticing your breath? Just sit with that. Close the eyes. Go inward. Ask yourself. Check in with yourself. Get comfortable checking in with yourself. You can use this technique anywhere, any part of the day. Right? Close your eyes, take a moment, step off to the side where nobody's watching, and just connect. How's your breath? How am I feeling? From here, we're gonna take a little bit more intention with the breath. We're gonna inhale longer and exhale longer. So exhale everything out to start. We'll start with the inhalation through the nose. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Fill up the entire body. We'll exhale through the mouth, but a controlled exhale. So exhale, 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 exhale everything out. Very nice. We're gonna go deeper now. Inhale, fill the abdomen from the base of the spine. Fill the core, fill the lungs, fill the chest, fill the shoulders, fill even the top of the head. And then inhale a tiny bit more. Nice. Now exhale through the mouth. Slow, controlled exhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. As you feel the body contract, the belly button pulls back towards the spine. Exhale, exhale even more. Nice. Now that's the breath. Inhale. Inhale through the nose. Fill up the entire body. Try and get the breath in places it hasn't been yet. Inhale. Inhale, inhale. Very nice. On the exhale, exhale through the mouth. We're contracting the body, right? The breath is going away and leaving the body, so we start to feel, right, a little bit more diminished. Very nice. Exhale everything out. And then inhale, and that's the expansion. As you lift, you create space. Everything opens. Cells are being activated. Immune system healthy. right? Nervous system, calm, fresh, oxygen going in the entire body. Exhale. Exhale through the mouth. H-A-ha, slow and controlled. Exhale. We're exhaling anything out that we do not need. Already bringing attention to what's going on with our body today. Exhale, exhale. One more. Big expansion on the inhale, feeling how big we are. Feeling all these new places in the body that breath hasn't been today. Inhale, inhale. Stop. Inhale more. Now exhale. Exhale, H-A-ha. Exhale everything out. Pull the belly back in towards the spine. Let all the breath go. Exhale some more. And return to just a deeper breath. Inhale through the nose. And we'll exhale through the nose now. Inviting Ujjayi breath into the rest of the practice. We'll try and go for 6 to 8 second inhales. So a really long controlled breath all of class. So breathing is that healing. Breathing is our healing tool. It gets it to ourself. It clears out these blocked energies. And it brings in and invites the new. So that's the formula. Intention, breath, and today we're going to use movement as well. Very nice. Bring the hands to the knees and let's just start with some nice little circling of the body. So you're rounding in the upper, you're reaching the chest forward. And once you get the motion and you're starting to feel good, I want you to breathe with it. So inhale, reach the chest, exhale, round the back, right? We said 6 to 8 seconds breath, so it would look like this. Slow, inhale, reaching, feeling, exploring, exhaling, rounding, feeling into the body, right? How do you feel today? How does your spine feel? How does your chest feel? How do your lungs feel? Are you stuck? Take it the opposite direction. Is there any places you notice tension? Is there any places you notice freedom? A good feeling, right? Always really reflecting and taking note of the body. You are your healer. You're your greatest healer. You can go to so many healers. And I don't know if everybody wants you to know, but the greatest one you have, the greatest tool you have is right here. You wake up with it every day. You go to sleep with it every night. It's you, it's your breath. It's that connection to source, and that is what needs to be cultivated. That's why we go searching. That's why we look on the outside all the time, because we aren't connected to source. Slowly start to come back. Very nice. We're just going to inhale and lift in the chest. Exhale and round in the back. Pull the belly button back towards the spine. Inhale and lift in the chest. Exhale and round. Pull the belly button back towards the spine. Inhale, lift. A few more like this. Use your breath. Use your pace. So this is where you start to really get into it, okay? What does it feel like to connect your breath to your movement without me coaching it, without me telling you or talking to you, or without anybody else? How do you move in a way in which makes your body feels good and which promotes healing? Very nice. Let's inhale the arms up overhead, reach them nice and tall. We're going to exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to add gaze and movement. So now you're going to inhale, you're going to gaze towards the sky and look at your thumbs. As you exhale, that 6 to 8 second exhale, you're going to gaze at your thumbs all the way down. That is part of the pose. So now we're adding vision. Inhale, lift, right? Adding a task, gazing towards the thumbs. Notice, how do you feel when you're asked to slow down, to gaze at something, to get into a more meditative state? Do you want to be pulled away? Do you feel distracted? Is there something else you'd rather be doing? All indications of where you may need healing, where you're strong, where you're weak. 2 more like this. Using the breath, we're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. We're using the core, contracting and expanding. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart center. Very nice, good job. Let's go ahead and stand up. We'll do a little bit of warm up and then we'll add some more healing postures. So I like to tell everyone, and I'm going to keep this in the tutorials, that if you stop right there, let's say you wanted a morning practice, I think that's a good way to go. If you just needed like 10 minutes, that's all you had, do that. Do the breathing techniques. Do a tiny bit of motion. Get your body activated. Cultivate that healing practice. Cultivate that connection to source. That'll get you through. That'll get you closer. Yeah? Does that make sense? Very nice. Inhale, let's bring the hands up overhead. We're gonna exhale, elbow out from elbow. And this is where you're gonna use, if you have a mirror, that's great, but I just like to use my mind. Elbows come straight out from the shoulders, right? So you have a straight line from elbow to elbow. When I'm in a class, I often see people like down here or up here. I want them out, because what you're doing is you're pulling the shoulder, right? You're pulling open in the shoulder by reaching through the elbows, and you're just doing that with your mind and your intellect and your action. From here, we're gonna open up the hands, right? Thumb comes away from the pinky finger. I want you to spread all 3 fingers in between. Spread them. Open up the hands and then feel the hands. Now come back to the elbows, reach out through the elbows. Notice the shoulders. We're gonna keep adding with just little tiny movements. I want you to tuck the tailbone and squeeze the glutes. That's supporting, right, the core and the base of the spine. Then I want you to activate the thighs. I want you to lift all 10 toes, right? And then squeeze all the legs and place the toes back down, but keep that nice constriction. Now lift through the elbows, open the shoulders, open the hands. Don't forget about the hands, keep them open. You're doing great. Inhale, lift in the chest. So now we're adding this baby back bend, but we've got all this strength supporting us. So we don't have to worry about any cramping or pain or hurting. Inhale, lift through the chest. It's in the very, very high up back. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Lift in the chest. Exhale, send the elbows out side to side. Last breath here. Inhale, lift in the chest, squeeze the glutes, activate the legs. Exhale, reach out through the elbows. Nice. And slowly, we'll just kind of come back in, kind of huddle in like a cocoon. We're gonna slowly release down to a forward bend. Bend the knees as much as you need here. Let the arms drape, let them sit onto the shins. More flexible, perhaps hands touch the earth. Feel good, grab onto the elbows. Relax the head and neck. Allow yourself to be soft here. Now add the breath. We created all that heat in the upper back, the back bend. Now we're letting it melt out. A lot of tension in the shoulders, a lot in the rhomboids, behind the shoulder blades, neck, right? We're letting all that go, really just taking all those heavy weights out of our backpack, those emotions, those worries, those stressors, wherever you're at right now. Maybe it's financial for you. Maybe it's friends, family, sickness, worrying. Let it go. Even if you don't let it go all day, let it go for at least a minute a day. Start with a minute, then go to 2. Then one day maybe you won't worry at all. Very nice. We're going to round up, so let the hands go. Slowly round up, 1 vertebra at a time. Take it slow. You're healing. Can you feel that? Just from one little practice, a few movements, you're already healing. Let's roll the shoulders. Roll them up. Lift them tall. Adding really some strength to get them up to the ears and then all the way back towards the spine. And then roll the wrists. Let it feel good. Roll the ankles. Spread the fingers. Give the head some neck rolls. This is that healing. You got to get into the body to feel where you need it, right? Sometimes we're just a little numb. We're busy, we're worried, the stress has got us doing other things, not focused on the body, and the body's like, I'm over here. And then boom, you get hurt or pain or illness, or you get a cramped neck, or you wake up with a crooked back, and you're like, how did this happen? And the body's like, well, you weren't paying attention to me. Right? Pay attention to the body. It wants you to. It loves you. It supports you. Very nice. We're going to add a little bit more to the posture. So we're going to reach the hands up overhead. I want you to exhale into your deepest back bend so far. Lift. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward bend, slowly forward down. Take it nice and slow. Bend the knees if you need it. We're going to bring the hands to the mat. We're going to walk the feet back into a four-legged pose. Tabletop. Very nice. From here, we're going to add some of that motion. So inhale up, heart open. Exhale, round. Kind of a cat-cow, but I don't even want to say that because I just want you to keep moving. So we're moving the body. We're finding those spaces where you need something. Listen to the music a little bit. Let it soothe you. Maybe find some of those kinks in the neck. Find the hips. Maybe come into that upward facing dog. Maybe roll the neck. Check on the jaw. How does the jaw feel? Is it tense? Do we hold energy there? Right? If you're like me, you might grind your teeth at night, so it's always kind of tense in the jaw and the neck. You gotta work that stuff out. Very nice. Keep going. A few more breaths here. Keep it going. Feel the body. Notice where you need something. Where can you give yourself healing? Where are you not giving yourself permission to let go? The one thing that's really nice about this video is you could turn off the video. You can hang out in a pose a little bit longer. There's nobody next to you. You don't have to worry about, how do I look in this pose? Is this too sexual? Is this too weird? Nobody's looking. Well, if you're doing it in your living room, maybe someone's looking, but if you feel those insecurities, maybe try it in a room where it's just you. Get into it and feel it. Very nice. We'll work into a child's pose. Wide knee, hands reach forward, forehead down on the mat. We're going to puff up the hands. So puff up the hands, come onto the fingertips, and then seek deeper towards the mat. Stay here, please, for 5 breaths. Stay in your child's pose. I'm just going to take a moment to chat. Nice, big, beautiful breaths. Inhaling into the entire spine, filling up the entire core. Exhaling and softening, noticing yourself melt. Relieve any tension you have in the neck, in the throat. Soften deeper. The shoulders be relaxed. We're filling up the whole body with healing breath. Lowering cortisol, lowering any of our high cholesterols, relaxing the nervous system, right? Making room for being calm during stressful situations, making room for clarity. Very nice. Go ahead and slowly round up, little bit by little bit, one vertebra at a time. We're going to come right onto our butt. If knees are a little tender, because we will be holding the next 2 poses, you're welcome to sit on a block. It's nice, it's simple, it feels good. If you're not using a block or you don't have one, use a pillow. I prefer a pillow. This one's hard. So, a little decorative pillow, get cozy. And then I want you to take a really nice deep inhalation into the heart, into the chest as you get comfortable in your seated position. We're gonna reach the arms up overhead. Left arm is gonna stay up. The right arm is gonna sink back and just reach behind the back. Very simple. Lift the left shoulder up towards the ear, reach it tall, and then send the shoulder down. So you wanna keep the shoulder here for the posture. We're gonna bend the elbow. Depending on your flexibility, your arm might be on top of your head right now. You're working it behind the head, right? And then the internal rotation comes here. So you're looking to rotate that shoulder and lift the elbow. So this is a good enough pose here, and you might feel great, stay there. To take the pose a little bit further, you may add a little bit deeper bind. So either the hand is just behind the back, you're lifting in the heart and chest, and you're sending the shoulders down, right? This could be good enough for you. Or maybe for you, you're reaching the hands towards one another. Right here, you can grab a scarf or a strap or anything like that that will get you closer, or you could just grab onto your shirt. Or if you're super flexy, maybe the elbows, or excuse me, the fingers. So it's going to depend on where you're at in the posture. Stay here. We're breathing here. We're inhaling into the chest, into the heart, opening the shoulders. Sending the left elbow up, the right elbow down. 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Fill up the breath. Fill up the chest. Fill up the heart. Exhale through the nose. Pull the belly button back towards the spine. Use strength. Inhale. Lift and create space. Where do you feel tension in the posture? Where can you send something? Some breath, some energy, some healing. Exhale. Last breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Where can you find your pose? Where can you add breath? Very nice. I want you to release, and I want you to keep it fluid. So we're gonna move that energy. We heated up that energy in the back. We're gonna move it out of the shoulders now. So come on out, energy. Come on out, any blocked spaces, any blocked paths, right? Block paths to the heart, block paths to getting up energy through our head, down to the base of our spine. Yeah, shake it out. Shake it out. There you go. Move it out. It's there no more. You are healed from yourself. Very nice. Big, deep inhale. Raise the arms up overhead. Other side. This time, left arm's going to go back and behind the back. Right hand stays high, lift the shoulder, then send the shoulder down. That's where it stays. Bend the elbow, work it behind the head, work the other arm up, or maybe it stays where it's at. You want to feel this pose into the shoulders. You want to feel it across the chest. You want to feel it across the collarbone. Now add the breath. Pull the belly button back towards the spine. Both sit bones are pressing into the earth as you lift through the crown of your head. Inhale, fill the chest, shoulders. Try and get breath even down to the elbows where it seems to be maybe constricted a little bit off from the bending, from the pose. Exhaling, pulling the belly button back. Stick with the Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. 3 more breaths like this. Inhale, create space, look for feeling. This is where when I told you, okay, there shouldn't be pain, right? But there's probably some uncomfort. That's where we want to be in yoga. That's where we want to be because life isn't comfortable. So this is teaching us how to heal in the uncomfortable places, right? Our trauma isn't comfortable. Our mental stuff isn't comfortable. Illness isn't comfortable. In order to heal it, we have to go to the site and heal it. Very nice. Slowly release. Same thing here. Moving that energy out. Moving any of those heaviness. Moving all that stuff from our backpack, out of our backpack. Get it out. Empty the backpack. I'm sure you'll fill it back up and we can empty it again next week. Shake it out. Shake it out. Very nice. Really great. Yeah, maybe some more shoulder shrugs. Let's send the chin down and just for a moment here, rock left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder, slowly and with the breath. Just noticing if there was anything up there that maybe needed some working out. Right, when we're working with certain areas, we want to make sure not to push the stuff to a different area and let it get stuck there. So we're really trying to move it out. We are moving it out. And let's do it to the back as well. Chin up. And maybe for you, we want to move your jaw. Open your mouth. No reason to feel like you look funny or insecure. Just let it go. Feel more like this. Take it slow. Very nice. And then find that center. That feels good, right? Good. It's good for you. We're going to send the feet out forward. This will be a passive pose. So get your pillow, get a big blanket. Once again, one good thing about having the video is if I say, oh yeah, grab a pillow and you don't have one near, pause the video, go get it. Well, I'll be here when you get back. So feet are out. This is kind of far apart for me, so it's probably more hip distance or slightly more. And you're just gonna work yourself down to a really passive forward bend. It'll feel good after we opened up the chest. You're gonna round the head, release the head, shoulders stay down. If this is too much on the low back, right? If you're already in the posture and your low back feels fine, stay there. For anybody who has low back issues, this block is a little high, but if you have something about half the size of this block, so this pillow will work, you place it underneath your butt, and what it does is and at the very, very smallest part, so almost to where you're slipping off of it, and what it does is it tilts the pelvis. So a lot of times if it feels like we're tight in the hamstrings and things like this, our pelvis is also tilted. And some of us are just shaped differently, right? So we're tilting the pelvis with a little bit of aid, and then you relax forward. And then add the breath, deep inhalations, deep exhalations, allowing the head to be heavy, allowing the forehead to be heavy. You're doing amazing. Your body is grateful, it's healing, it's intentional, right? As we are healed, we also heal those around us. We're not as reactive. We're able to be more calm. Our bodies are healthy, so we have the energy to help others. There's so many reasons to be healthy. And there's so many tools to get there. And it only takes a daily practice. It only takes intention setting. It only takes some meditation, some breath. It doesn't require a tool. It doesn't require money. You might have to be taught to get there, but once we're there, we have everything we need. You have everything you need. Slowly round up, one vertebra at a time. Take it nice and slow. You're doing great. We're going to lie on our backs. This is just going to depend on where your setup is. I'm going to do the pose up, legs up the wall, because I really want you to see the legs up the wall, and then maybe later, if you're not accessing a wall right now, you could do it. If you're not by a wall right now, but you still want to join us in the pose, then I'm just going to have you do something slightly different. So I'll show you that first, and then I'll go to the wall. So if you're not doing it with a wall, you're just laying here, feet up straight. If you want to put the block or pillow beneath the butt in the lowest part, that's great. That'll feel good. For everybody else, if you have a wall nearby, right, we're going to scoop close up to the wall, right? Hip up to the wall, and then we'll work down to our elbows, and then we're just slowly working to kick our feet up the wall. Right? You might have to work yourself back slightly, that's fine. And then you're just slowly lying down. It seems really simple, but I just want you to get into the habit of feeling a few things as we're learning how to heal. So as you're laying here, I want you to notice, is anything changing in your feet? And even if you're lying with just the legs up, is anything changing in your feet? Can you feel a pulse? Can you feel a blood flow in a different direction? For me, my feet throb slightly, and then as I lay here longer, I could start to feel almost like a blood flowing. So I think this is really important for us, because as you're learning how to heal yourself, it's important to notice these subtle shifts. Because if just putting your feet up the wall and taking time to notice your body, you can feel the shift, what's happening all day long? And how are you treating your body in all those different situations? Right, we're always feeling the external energy. We're absorbing, we're influencing, we're influenced. What does that look like when we become more careful and in tune on a regular basis? Still breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, softening. This posture is really good to do at night before bed. Even if you aren't on your feet all day, if you sit a lot because your feet are at the very bottom of you, it's good to do this posture. I look at my feet while I'm doing it. I tell them thank you for supporting me, my knees, my ankles, joints. Right, really finding that gratitude. It's like we spend a lot of time noticing our pains and ailments, but how often do we spend sitting with our body and saying thank you for everything that you're doing? Because at any given moment, how many systems, how many cells, how many things are working to support the body, to support the mind, to support your health? It's a lot. It's pretty magical. Very nice. If this feels good to you, you can stay here before we come out of posture. If you'd like to take a transition out of posture, I'd lie into Savasana. So take your feet down the wall, same way you came in. Just scoot over and lie all the way back. Just for a minute here. We're not going to stay here long. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana after this practice, just do so. Click the video off, leave it on, whatever. Stay. Otherwise, I'll coach you out of it and give you a little ending here. Continue breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. If you decided to lay out the way down, go ahead and start to work yourself out of it. We're going to come to a seated position, cross-legged position. Take a moment here to ground and recenter. Let your breath return to something rhythmic. Letting go of the Ujjayi breath, just letting your breath return to normal. You did amazing. Your body is healing, you're rejuvenating. And that's all you, literally. I may be here guiding you, but it's you. Remember that. I thank you very much for joining me in class today. You're beautiful. Namaste. My name is Sheena Dressel. Please check out evolvedbeing.com. That is where I will be posting all my videos, my writings, and events and things that I'm doing along the way, as well as a deeper way to get in contact with me to learn some of the tools that I'm teaching here, but also what helps me in my everyday practice. So there are different packages on there, different items that I put together as a way to help people heal. I do Zoom, so I can contact and speak with anybody around the world through my Zoom meetings. And then if you are living in Las Vegas, I do house calls, and I'm excited to work with you. Just go on to evolvebeing.com, purchase a consultation, and that'll get you in the door to start working on the things that you're ready to work on. Otherwise, I'll be here posting videos every Monday, doing this for you. This was episode 3 in series Yoga for Healing. Next week we'll be doing episode 4. Check it out. Thank you so much.